You think it's running now?
Yep.
Recently, have you tried to apologize to someone with the 2 words, I'm sorry, only for that person to be like, no, I don't accept your apology? Why? Well, the reason is that saying the words, I'm sorry, is oftentimes not enough for a meaningful apology. Worry not. Because today, fellow IBM Toastmasters and invisible guests, I'm here to give you my recipe for an apology. And the 5 ingredients for an ideal apology are to list out the things you did, admit guilt without defending yourself, feeling remorse about your actions, promising not to do the act again, and paying some kind of penance to your victim. I'm here to convince you why all 5 of these are important in apology and why they matter a lot to the victim. 1. You can never just say, I'm sorry. You actually have to say what you're sorry for. Your victim needs to know that you know what you're apologizing for. They need to see you, that you can break your pride and uncomfortably admit what you did was wrong. Because imagine if I try to apologize to you, but I don't even bother trying to say out the things I did to offend you. You will be extremely upset with me, or you think I'm an idiot. So you just say something like, listing out your mistakes. I'm sorry that my actions, list out your actions, hurt. 2. You must admit the things that you did were wrong, and you cannot try to defend yourself in any way. You cannot say, oh, I was angry, or oh, you're just sensitive, or you try to rationalize it in any way. You cannot do that. You must do this because the victim doesn't care about your excuses. They don't care about your justifications. They don't care about your sorry stories. No, what they care is that you admit what you did was wrong, and then you have a conscience, and they need to see you that you have the maturity to stand up to it. Because say if I try to apologize to you, but I don't even try to say that all my things that I did was wrong, or I try to defend myself with some stupid, pathetic excuse, you will just feel like I'm a complete insensitive jerk. So to continue with an ideal apology, you should say something like, I won't give excuses. What I did to you was immature. 3. You must actually say you feel bad about what you've done. You must actually feel regret over the things you did to offend your victim. Your victim needs to know that yes, what you did was wrong, but you also care about them enough to feel regret. Because if you try to hurt someone and we don't care about them, we're not likely to feel regret. Our victim needs to know from us that we're willing to empathize with them by sharing their pain through remorse. Because say if I try to apologize to you, but I never ever feel remorse, you will think I will be kind of like a psychopath or sociopath or something. So to continue with an ideal apology, you should say something like, I feel bad about the offending act. 4. You must promise to correct the behavior that you have committed to offend your victim. You must promise to change your way, the way you act or the way you think, so that way you don't do the offending act again. You must do this because, say that, you must do this because the victim is worried that you might commit offending act again. There's a diminished trust between the two of you. It's up to you to restore the trust somehow. And the first step to restoring trust is to correct the behavior that allowing you to make the mistakes you did. Because imagine if I try to apologize to you for an offending act I've done, but then the next day I do it again, and I apologize again, then I do the act again, and I apologize again. Over time, it kind of just nullifies my apology, and you're not going to accept my apology anymore. So to continue with an ideal apology, you should say something like, from now on, I will no longer behave in such a way which ensures that you won't be hurt ever again. 5. You must pay some kind of reparations or fines, or at least kind of sanctions to your victim. It can be self-imposed, or it can be imposed by the victim. You have to do this because you have damaged and crippled or disadvantaged the victim in some way, and it's your responsibility to somehow heal the victim, to help them help them in the repair process, to help them get up again. Because you're the one who put them down, you have to put them up again. Imagine if I try to apologize to you and say, I'm apologizing for stealing $1,000 from you. I can give you an apology, but if I don't give you back the $1,000, you're still going to be mad at me, right? And so I have to give you back the $1,000, but maybe just to show that I'm sorry, I have to give back, maybe a bit more like interest, so that way you know that I feel bad about the things I've done, and also to kind of pay up for the crisis, whatever crisis I caused from stealing the $1,000. It's kind of like an emotional debt. So to finish with an ideal apology, you should say something like, I'm willing to make up for it. I'm offering to do, list all the things you're willing to do for this person. Saying I'm sorry in an apology is just empty words. So if you want to create a meaningful apology, you have to list out the things you've done. You have to admit your guilt without excuses. You have to feel remorse about your actions. You have to promise to change yourself so you don't do the offending act again. And you have to pay some kind of reparations to your victim. Because I know you want to mend bonds when you say I'm sorry. So I recommend that you follow my recipe for an apology. Thank you very much.